What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Real Reds Talk, an authentic football fan channel made in Manchester. We have some Friday night transfer stories coming your way. Topics on the screen as always, ladies and gentlemen. Man United preparing a big bid for Benjamin Sesko. What do we think that price is going to be? Why do we believe that he is favourite to join Manchester United? We'll get into all the details and kind of the striker domino going into it. Is Donnarumma actually a possibility? Why are Sky Sports News reporting this? What's the situation with Onana? Will Garnacho start for Chelsea if he does actively make that move there? And also Diego Dalot has done an interview speaking about Ruben Amorim and Bruno Fernandes and how pre-season's going and all that kind of jazz. So we'll dive into that towards the end. Please do make sure you are smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel as well, because we are on 21,405, not 24,000 like we were discussing off camera. But I'm sure we'll hit that number very, very soon. How are we, Sam?
Tired, very tired. It's been a long week, as you know. You've been a part of it, so yeah, it's been a rough week. But yeah, we're on the weekend. United play on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
I want to say a reasonable time at 10 o'clock, which is nice.
Yes.
So I will be watching that. So yeah, that'll probably be the game that we lose, because that'll be the only game I watch live, and we'll get battered. The other games I didn't watch live, and we won. So yeah.
Yeah, the game's been on at really weird times, isn't it? I tried my best staying up for the Bournemouth one.
Never. It was never going to happen, that.
And you know what? I said to my girlfriend, I'm just going to turn on my side the minute just until the game kicks off.
And
said,
God.
There is not a chance you're going to stay up for that. I was like, it's
No.
United, of course I am. And then I woke up and then I had loads of notifications basically telling me what happened in the game. So
I didn't even lie to myself. I was just like, I ain't even going to stay up. No. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm going to stay up. And I was asleep by 1 o'clock. So there you go.
Yeah, I tried. But like you said, it's on a reasonable time on Sunday night. So 10 o'clock, we can lock into the action. You can get your cup of tea and we can, certainly assess it afterwards. Right, let's talk about this Benjamin Sesko stuff as well. Hello, everyone in the chat. Get your opinions on this situation. Couple of reports coming out from Germany that the United are highly optimistic about negotiations with Sesko and Leipzig, and within the club there is a growing belief that a deal is achievable. INEOS now greenlit the move to proceed, and also we had Romano come out last night as well that United are preparing a bid for him. What that looks like, we're not entirely sure. I don't know if this is going to be maybe Mbumo territory. Do you think that'll be the case, Sam? Maybe an early bid of 50 million, let's say, and then building up?
I think they might go in a bit more, personally. See, what was the gentleman's agreement? It's between 70 and 80 million euros. Am I correct?
I hate doing it in different currencies.
I know, it just does my head in because I don't fucking know where.
Someone's put $100 million before, and I was like,
oh, that's helpful. Jesus Christ, I have two currencies.
We're not doing it in dollars. Like, get to fuck.
Yeah.
Euros or pounds at least.
Yeah, right. So pounds, maybe that's what, 65 to 75 million pounds.
Yes.
So I think maybe we go in on like a 60 or something. Maybe that's where we come in on a 60 with like potential add-ons. I doubt it'll get accepted because the first bid never gets accepted, does it? Like, ever.
No. So why did he put it in then?
To get a lay of the ground, maybe to get to see where they're at, how far away they are. But it's like if you go buy a car or you go buy a house, you never go in at the price that it's at, dear. Like,
but if you know it's going to be rejected,
I don't know. But me and my girlfriend bought this house, and we didn't. The first bid we put in, it wasn't what the price was listed. It was below. So I think because the first bid, like, it's a catch-22, isn't it? It's like the first one is always rejected. So even if it was near the price that they want, they still reject it. And then you've got not much room to sort of negotiate up to. It's almost like a weird game that everybody knows.
Bizarre.
And it's like social sort of construct, isn't it, where it's just like everybody knows the first bid gets rejected, but you go as low as possible because then you've got somewhere to come up to. That is, it's a weird psychological thing. It's like the Darren Brown thing. Like when you're on a bus and you don't want someone to sit next to you, they always sit next to you. Like it always fucking happens. Whereas if you want to flip it on its head and you see the person coming, what you do is you look them in the eye, you smile, and you pat the seat. Because then they'll just fuck off and go, I'm not sitting next to this dickhead.
Actually.
This is the thing. When you upset social convention, things are wrong. And I think that's That's how it happens. I don't know why. Don't make sense.
What an absolute gem of advice that is. Next time you're on a bus, ladies and gentlemen, just stare him directly in the eye, do a really weird smile, and just pat the seat.
Give a creepy
slowly.
smile.
Yeah.
Give a creepy smile. Like, get your bag out of the way. Give a creepy smile and just like...
Yeah. Just pat it slowly.
I guarantee they don't sit next to you.
Yeah, they're going to be like...
I guarantee it.
The bus could be completely empty, and they'll just be like, okay.
Nah.
Yeah, no chance. So, yeah, there's a gem for you. I just think it's interesting that they all walk into a room and they go, right, we're probably looking around 65, 70 million pound here. And they go, okay. And then they go out the room, and then it's like, right, they place a bid, and it's like 50 million, and they're going, what are you doing? We told you we want around 65. Maybe there's a little bit back and forth, maybe, towards 70 or more back towards 60. But that really low offer, it just never seemed... Same thing with Branthwaite as well, wasn't it? Like, they was like Everton saying, we want 70 million pound. Yeah. And then we went, what about 45 plus 5?
Do you know what is weird? Do you know when they go in with a bid and they get rejected and then they go, oh, like, what is it? Like, what sort of money you're looking at? And they just go, well, we're not going to tell you. You just have to keep bidding until you get near the price that we feel is acceptable. So then they're just bidding and they don't know what the fuck they want or how much they want and just hoping they get to the magical price. Like, weren't they trying to keep Morgan Gibbs-White release price secret from Tottenham or something? Yeah, like nobody knew about it, and then somehow Tottenham found out about it, and then Forest were pissed off because nobody was supposed to know about it, and it was a secret. It's like, what the fuck's going on? Like, in transfers, man.
He's signed a new contract.
Yeah. Did you see the hostage video where he was like talking and then the owner's in the background?
Yeah.
And he's just going, I love this club. And he's just like, somebody commented underneath.
You see a red dot like sliding up.
Somebody commented underneath and went, Morgan, if you're being held against your will, blink twice. Like, just fucking...
Yeah. I mean, they must have paid him, like, I don't know what his contract details are, but they must have threw the bag at him because that whole situation, he looked very close to moving to Spurs.
Yeah. Booking the medical and stuff, like, it was all...
That owner, is it Marinakis?
Marinakis, yeah. Looks like Pavarotti,
Yeah. He is a nutcase. He must be like a Greek thing or something, because Postecoglou was a bit off his fucking bonnet, wasn't it, as well? So
yeah, they're all a bit crazy, aren't they? A bit
smashing plates and stuff. Right, let's get into the comments section, and then we'll discuss the striker domino. James McGrogan, I would like to know your thoughts on Sesko's price and how many he scored in Germany versus Delap's price and how many he scored in England. We are being skanked. Thoughts, Sam?
Mm-hmm. Wasn't Delap's a release clause?
Yeah, Ipswich placed it. So
that's the difference.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I think Sesko's more of a gentleman's agreement, and he signed a new contract till 2029. And he was like, if a certain club comes in,
is a list of special clubs, wasn't it?
I want to know those special clubs.
Yeah, who are the special clubs?
Like, Newcastle ain't one of them.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not one of them. It's interesting, this whole development on it, actually. So now we're seeing reports from Craig Hope that Newcastle are going to move Ollie Watkins with Liverpool's interest in Isaac, but then Liverpool, correct me if I'm wrong, put £110 million bid in for Isaac, which got rejected. And now they're saying that they're not going to bid for another. So now we're kind of sat here as fans, as me personally as a United fan, I'm like, well, I hope they don't go for Sesko. Otherwise, that's just going to cause me internal problems. And then will Watkins move to Newcastle?
It'd be funny if he turned him down, wouldn't it?
If he turned him down, to be honest, Newcastle fans, I'd pack up and go home, mate. I really, really would.
Give it up. You're not buying a player this season.
That is so bad. They've got to set the record this summer for being the most rejected club from as many players. It has to be.
Unbelievable. Has to be. They bought 2 players, Ramsdale and Ilanga. And everybody else...
good signing. I like Ilanga.
But everybody else they've gone for has just pied them. Like, completely just gone, nah, don't fancy it.
Oh, I'll tell you what, for competition, we'll bring in Ramsdale. Sorry, that don't move the needle for me personally. No. Like, I think Newcastle have a very good squad, but yeah, that one was a strange one to me. Augustus saying, Chelsea is the next Premier League winner. Every other club should be scared because you're losing unique suffering. And then he says some other bits as well. He's shouting in caps.
Okay.
Thank you for that, Augustus. CR7, what's up, guys? Big up CR7, LM10. James, evening, Nick. Evening, Sam. You well, boys. Use our flying now. Momentum is gathering. It's getting there, isn't it, Sam?
Yeah, we're on the way. On the way. United are playing well. Subscriptions are going up. Some nice people in the chat. So, yeah, things are going well.
Absolutely. Junior Gabbo, 75 mil for Sesko is the max price. I'd agree with that. I know some people wouldn't even pay that, but I agree. You don't go any higher than that, and that's with add-ons as well. I think it's 65 with 10 in add-ons, and those add-ons, I don't know, I'm guessing like achievable.
What was that? How much was Ekitike?
79 million, and then I think there was add-ons included in that, but they was kind of saying if those add-ons get achieved, then it'd be worth it anyway because he would have won.
He'd been one of the best players, yeah.
Yeah, and scored a certain amount of goals.
Did he score more goals than Sesko?
Last season?
Yeah.
He scored 15 goals. In the league, yeah. In all comps, I think Sesko scored more.
Right, okay.
So
you're probably looking at... They're probably going to use that as a benchmark, I'd imagine.
I would have thought so. But with the gentleman's agreement, does that still come into place?
Gentleman's agreement don't mean shit, apparently, because you saw what happened with Gyökeres at Sporting. Apparently it doesn't mean anything. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Interested to see what happens with Isaac now as well. If he does end up staying at Newcastle. If I was Newcastle, I said it in the chat before, I would just fucking... You're not going anywhere, mate. Don't care. Have a paddy, have a tantrum. You're not fucking going anywhere.
I'd be like, 150 million... and you can have him. Otherwise, he stays.
Absolutely.
That's it. Because he's signed a new contract fairly recently, so his
They're
contract.
In a strong position.
So just 150 million. No, you can fuck off, and then just be like, you can sit in the reserves, you can sit on the bench, do whatever you want. But if you want to decide you want to come play football, then you know where we're at, and just stick it at that. But I wouldn't be held to ransom, mainly because I don't want Liverpool to get him. But also, I think it sets a standard because Liverpool have just gone out and bought every single best player, and I think adding Isaac to that mix is just terrifying, and I don't want that in my life.
We're playing like 3D chess here. We're like, well, if we get Newcastle's target, they will keep hold of Isaac, which means Liverpool won't get Isaac, so it's a win-win for any United fan. Tamston saying, will come Sesko, Carlos Baliba. I mean, he always puts some giant list of players that we just can't afford. Nath, they've got a good 11, not a good squad. Agreed. Yeah, especially going into Champions League football as well. You look at, they pick up a couple of injuries. They are knackered, mate.
Yeah, and they've sold, is it Amaron? He's gone.
Who?
Newcastle. Yeah.
Amaron? Amarin's our manager. I don't know who Amorim is.
Who's Miguel Amaron? What was his...
Almiron.
Almiron, sorry. That's the guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who looked like... he looked like a haunted baby. Yeah.
They
sold him, and then they bought in Elanga, and then that's kind of it. And it's like, after that, if you lose Gordon, Isaac don't want to play for you, your forward line looks a bit ropey, doesn't it? Callum Wilson's gone as well. He's gone.
Yeah.
So your forward line looks a bit ropey after that.
Yeah, agreed. Danny Tarr saying, I'm not the biggest fan of PSR, but if we didn't have it, imagine how clubs like Newcastle would be spending in a way we'd have to be thankful for it. Yeah, I don't know. I would be, to be honest, a little bit frustrated if I was a Newcastle fan, knowing that you've got that quote-unquote war chest that you sat on, which you just can't spend because they don't generate the money that United do. They just can't do it.
But also, even if they had the money, players might still turn them down. Do you know what I mean? Players still might turn them down because clearly they wanted to buy all these players and they could afford these players. But players are just like, nah. So it might still be the case. They could have billions to spend, and the players still might now go, nah, I don't want to come. Yeah. So
James McCrocken just said Almiron looked like the snitch from Recess.
He did. Yes, he did.
Randall, are you on about from
Randall?
Recess?
Yes.
Oh
Randall.
My goodness me, what a throwback that is! I don't know how to segue from Randall to Onana and Donnarumma.
But was it who was Anthony Gordon compared to? Was it someone from EastEnders?
Yeah, Shirley
from EastEnders. Yeah.
I think we need to do maybe like a members video or something like that, like the best comparisons for footballers, because I've seen some crackers. Me, Shirley for Anthony Gordon
it's a good one.
It's a good one. It's right up there. Flex was doing an interview the other day on his channel with, I think obviously they've been working with Stratford Paddock whilst we're in America, and it was like a comparison of him and then Bumo saying like the same person, and then Bumo was like, I do not look like him at all. Yeah. Comparisons for you. Right, let's talk about André Onana and is it Gigi Donnarumma? Luigi?
Juan Luigi?
Yeah. The most Italian name ever. So, From Chris Wheeler, André Onana has an outside chance of returning for United's final pre-season friendly against Fiorentina at Old Trafford. You see De Gea and Onana linking eyes. It should be very interesting. He should be available for the Premier League opener at home to Arsenal. But kind of amongst the speculation, Sam, Sky Sports News story reporting about Donnarumma. You've had a bit of a journalist back and forth between Romano and Jan Arge-Fjortov. What are you making of this Donnarumma situation?
James Ducker said it as well. He said
from the Telegraph.
It's ongoing. So, yeah, there's some legit journalists who are saying it's happening. But then Romano, Modric and Gail Platt is the best one. That's an interesting one. That's a good one.
Whilst you're doing that,
You look up Gail Platt.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, so it's interesting. But like Fabrizio Romano is supposedly tier 1 journalist, although this season he's been repeating a lot of shit. He's just been saying the same shit, like he's repeated that Sesko one about Champions League football at least 4 times.
Yeah,
like I'm pretty sure
he's thirsty for engagements in it.
Yeah,
Romano.
So maybe his numbers are going down or something. I don't know.
Poor Fabrizio.
But yeah, in my eyes, there's only one tier 1, and it's David Ornstein. Like he's the only one.
Oh, 100%. So,
whatever he says is gospel. So it's interesting, man. It smells to me like, because he's got a year left on his deal, that he wants a new contract. It feels like Sergio Ramos. Do you remember that back in the day?
Oh,
that's what it feels like to me. Because loads of people got excited. Oh, Sergio Ramos playing at Old Trafford. Oh, it could be good. Yeah. And then he just signed a new deal, didn't he? And just like, so that's what it smells like to me. But could it happen? Maybe. Like we looked into his wages, didn't they? We thought they were astronomical, but apparently he's only on like 200k. So it's not as bad as I thought it would be. And I think we would all agree if he was available, we definitely would like to sign him. But I think, yeah, I don't think it's an option. I think it's his agent playing games, wanting a new contract.
I think you're spot on with the Sergio Ramos thing. But sorry, I'm doing it comparison.
Is this Gail Platt? Yeah. This is Gail Platt. Okay.
So Gail Platt and Modric on the screen. It's a pretty good comparison.
Well, I've not got Modric on. I've only got Gail Platt on the screen. There we go.
Yeah, it'll pop up soon.
The face.
Yeah,
the hair.
Yeah.
He needs to get more volume in his hair, doesn't he?
More hair dryer in the morning. Modric just seems to wake up and he just flattens his hair. And it's the nose as well, and like the face bit.
Yeah, I can see it in the face. Yeah.
I'm all over that.
That's a good one.
Big fan. Great shout.
Maybe we should start. We should start a new section just each week on a Friday.
Bring
football lookalikes and just like bring us footballers who look like people.
Yeah. On a Donnarumma thing, right now, I'm telling you, I would absolutely love to bring him in. And I think he's that kind of quality of keeper which you cannot miss out on an opportunity from. But I agree with you. I think this whole thing is just kind of either I want a new contract or I'm going to posture for a move somewhere. As long as United's name's tagged to it and his interest quote unquote there, it'll keep staying in the media. His agent will keep pushing it out there and feeding it. But I just genuinely don't see how United can afford someone like him. And his wages are going to be probably around 250s, 300,000.
Yeah.
Is he worth that wage? Go on.
Roy Hodgson and a barn owl.
Right, are you giving me missions here that I don't I'm telling you now, it's not. All right, let's pull this up. You make me loads of live editing.
I need to see this now. I need to see this.
I'm trying to find the picture that's like
of a barn owl.
No, I can get the barn owl, but I want it to look. Do you know what I mean? Like similar.
Yeah.
So I want to get his face where he looks the most like an owl. Sorry, go on.
I've just seen a good one. Apparently, David Alaba and Tyler the Creator look quite similar.
Yes. Yeah, I can absolutely.
Apparently,
see
that's
that.
one. That'd be
100%. Right, you guys. Honestly, let me just get rid of that. Right, here's the comparison. So Roy Hodgson and the barn owl. You said. Let's bang it on the screen. Here's first and foremost Roy. Let's get him on there. Oh, where's it gone? No, I've got the barn owl. Roy hasn't saved for some reason. Right, just allow me a moment of time to.
I've just seen one that is just. Oh, I don't know.
Save it, because I need to get through these first before we start. Why is it not saving? This is so annoying. Let me try this one. I'll try this different one. Quite a younger,
fucking hell.
Roy Hodgson there. What have we started here?
It's just gone off the rails already.
Right, there's Roy. Sorry, Roy is on the screen. So we can rate these out of 10, Sam. That's what we'll do.
All right.
So that's Roy. Is he younger Roy? Has to be said.
Yeah.
And here is the
Barn owl.
the barn owl. You can see it, the head shape, the nose, everything. I've got a younger version because it looks like a younger owl. But features, for sure.
Yeah, no, that works. That definitely works.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
7 out of 10 for me. Agree with that.
I like it. Yeah, I'll go 7 out of 10. Right, I'm going to send you one on WhatsApp to your personal thing. And I've already put the pictures together, so you can just put it straight on.
Right, let's have a look. You sent it to me on WhatsApp?
I'm just sending it now.
Oh, right, okay. On my personal one, or the Real Reds?
Yeah, personal.
Personal. Jesus Christ.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away. Just put it on the screen. Oh, funny.
Right.
I think I won.
Oh, it's a 10 out of 10. It's by far. Right. Have we got on the screen? Am I okay to put this on the screen?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Right. Okay.
Yeah. And I found a couple more, which are not as funny.
There you go. That is Gervinho.
Brandon Son.
Oh my god. The hair, the head, everything. A bit more of a squash race on Predator.
Oh, fucking hell. Right.
That's a top one.
I've got two more for you. I'm going to send them to you now.
Are these what people put in the chat, or are you just...
No, I've just Googled and I found them.
Right, let's get this one on. Sorry, the whole news has just been totally fucking derailed. But this is worth it. Who cares about transfer?
No, fucking cares.
That is John Joe Shelvey and Dr. Evil. So if I was a footballer, I would never live that down if someone compared him to Dr. Evil. Honestly. Funny. And we'll do one more and we'll try.
I think this one's pretty good. Like, it's not as funny, but I think it's not pretty, as funny, but it's pretty good likeness. It's a pretty good likeness.
So I'll rate the John Joe Shelvey 1 out of 10, and then this is the last one that we will do. This is Adnan Januzaj and Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Together. Yeah.
I think it's pretty good. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Baby face.
Yeah.
Big ears. Like, I think that's pretty good.
To be honest, I don't think anything can top that Gervinho on Predator one. That was fucking outrageous, honestly. Sorry if my if my mic was a bit thingy. It was a bit far away then. It's because I was just uploading then thingy. Enzo Ferrari and Ozil. That's another fantastic one as well. Listen, we've got plenty of other shows we'll do with that.
Who's Enzo Ferrari?
Have you never seen him?
I don't know who Enzo Ferrari is. I'm going to have to Google Enzo Ferrari now.
Google it and you will see. It's pretty...
oh my God. It could be his dad.
Yeah. Could be.
Oh my God.
Proper doppelganger, that, innit?
That is madness.
Someone's put Rafa Benitez looks like Fat Al from Toy Story 2.
Well done. Well done.
Oh my God.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Right. We're gonna ask you. I'm gonna have to. People in the chat.
Mbappe and a Ninja Turtle.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm not going to be able to carry on here. It's going to be impossible.
Danny,
Gone too far.
Danny, if I've got number 1, you've got number 2 spot. I think that's the next best one.
I like the Rafa Benitez.
Rafa Benitez and Fat Al for Toy Story.
Fucking good. So good. I bet he's heard that reference before.
Oh yeah.
Right. I can't remember what we was up to with news. We were speaking about goalkeepers. Lumen's just joining us. If you're wondering what's going on, we'll get back to news now. Yeah, scroll back and have a look, and you'll enjoy. Right. Chelsea ready to offer players for Garnacho. No, that's not the story. What am I on about? That was yesterday. Sorry. Yeah. The most recent report is Garnacho's still very keen on joining Chelsea. If it was his priority in January and he's still keen on the move this summer, Chelsea looking to bid later this month for Garnacho. I feel like they're going to get him for dead cheap, aren't they, Sam? I feel like they're going to wait right until the end of the window and go, yeah, it's 35 million quid. What's the lowest we should take for him, do you think?
50.
50?
I mean, he's not on a big wage, is he? What is he on, 50k or something like that?
Yeah, small wage.
He could rot on the fucking bench for all I care. I don't give a shit. It's 50k. Like, it's not. This is not Rashford on 350k or Sancho on 3. Like, this is not where you have to get him off the books. Like, it is imperative. If they don't pay, like Madueke's going for 51, 50, whatever it was. There's a bunch of Elango is going for 50 plus. Garnacho's in that bracket. Like, he's 50 million minimum. If you don't pay it, you don't get him. Like, it's that simple. And if Garnacho wants to sit and play in the youth team again and be relegated back to the youth team, then feel free. Like, it's not on United to sort of accept a low bid just because Chelsea don't want to pay it. Like, it's not on us.
Would you be open to him staying if that had to be the case?
No.
And reintegrating
him? No, I won't reintegrate him. Like, he could play for the reserves and certain thing and do that. I'm not reintegrating him. Like, he made his choice clear. Like, the history and the sort of stuff that he's done and the decisions that he's made. Like, unless he came out and just did like a public apology to the fans, to Amorim and stuff like that, maybe. But he's not going to do that, is he? Because Sancho refused to apologise, did he? And that's why he ended up not going back into the team, because he refused to apologise. So I don't see Garnacho doing that personally.
Why do I feel like we've just got a load of fucking school children at United? The way they act, some of them, they're like proper kids, man. Just fucking be professional and get on with it.
Well, Luke Shaw said it, didn't he? In an interview, he said there's no stragglers anymore. There's no there was toxic beforehand, and there was some like people not being held to account. I think Steve Howson said on Paddock, all the players have signed up to an agreement, apparently. The standard has to be a thing, like the way you dress, the time you arrive. If you're near like fans and stuff, like make sure you interact with the fans. Like Fergie used to do that back in the day. There was a thing when they all got on the bus and didn't sign anything for the fans. And Fergie had to sign loads of stuff and he got on the bus and went, if you ever do that again, I'm going to find each and every single one. Get off the fucking bus and go sign those autographs.
Did Roy Keane make sure you fucking do something about that as well, like signing the charity football?
Yeah, Gary Neville said that, didn't he? He was saying there, like, and he went into the dressing room, basically kicked off with a lot of them, said, you go fucking sign that ball. Like, you do that, like stuff. So, yeah, it's good that standards are being upheld, and I agree with it. If you can't stand up, you're being paid a lot of money, you're on the biggest platform in the world, the Premier League footballer, and you play for one of the biggest teams in the world. Yeah, we haven't won that much, but in terms of global recognizability and all that, you play for one of the biggest teams. Act like it. Fucking step up and act like it and be a professional. And I think if we have to get rid of these players that aren't doing it or like isolated from the team, then so be it. I'm fine with it.
It's interesting to see some of these comments from the players now, and there's definitely an element of that. You listen to Dallo, Shaw, all these players, like, it just feels like the group's a lot more close-knit now and a lot more like everyone's fighting for each other. So which suggests to me that a lot of the times, you know, there was certain players overstepping it, which we saw publicly, and I'd imagine some of the stuff that we don't even see behind closed doors as well, with the likes of Garnacho and Sancho, is probably even worse. So if he does make his move to Chelsea, do you think he'd be a starter for him?
I don't know. They've got a lot of forwards, haven't they? They've got a lot of forwards.
Let's have a look at the forwards currently that they've got, but go on.
Yeah, so you got Neto. Is Modric banned indefinitely then? Or are we still waiting on like...
Doping, innit?
But
and he's still shit. Imagine that.
yeah. They were waiting for a second B sample or something, weren't they? Or is it have that come back and he's like, yeah, he's definitely...
I don't know what's going on with that. But
Pedro Neto, Nicola Jackson, Nkunku. Who else have we got?
Gittins, they just signed from Dortmund.
Just signed.
which is why confuses me. Sterling's still on the books, although he'll probably go.
Cole Palmer.
Yeah. João Pedro. Yeah, so they've got like...
Delap.
You would think, why are you spending 50-odd million quid on Jamie Gittins? You've got Neto there. And you've just bought a youngster in, I forgot the kid's name, is it Stavio? Something like that. I think it's the Brazilian kid who spent a lot of money on. João Pedro's coming into the fold, into the mix, and Kunku's still there. So I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And will he be a depth signing? Will he want to do that? Do you know what I mean?
Well, apparently all the reports are saying that he wants to go there and he wants to be there, doesn't he? Like all the reports are saying that's the club he wants to go to. Now, whether Chelsea think, we'll bid low for him like 30-odd million and we can flip him for 60 in a couple of years or something like that. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Maybe Garnacho backs himself to be like push himself and get in the team and be a starter. I don't know, but it seems it's the same thing with Anthony, innit? He only seems interested in Chelsea and Anthony only seems interested in Betis, which means we can't shift them because they only want to go to one club and neither club is bidding for them. So it's just fucking...
If you wanted to play football that much, you'd open up your options a little bit more. This is a weird one for me. But it's kind of coincides with the last story of the day. And it's just basically the change... excuse me, the internal change that's ongoing at Man United at the minute. There's a lot of different kind of reports coming out, and Dallow's interview ties into that as well. So Man United players follow tailored fitness plans over the break with data confirming compliance. Pre-season running has been made more enjoyable, like sprinting between shooting drills. All cameras, including United's, have been banned by Ruben Amorim during tactical sessions in which he literally shows the players where he wants to position himself on the field at every moment. Little things like this, Sam, the kind of stuff that behind closed doors as well, just goes to show that football is more than transfers, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, we had that story earlier, didn't we? Amazon documentary got turned down because Amorim didn't want it
rightfully so.
Coming in, distracting players and stuff like that. And obviously we saw last season how disastrous that season was. You don't need that when you're trying to rebuild and get a team back to where it needs to be. You don't need those distractions. So, and I hope that he doesn't have to do the same amount of interviews that he was forced to do last season, because Jesus Christ, how many, like, he must have done what? 400 interviews?
Yeah, 414 interviews, I think.
Like, fuck's sake, man. Like, what is the point? And he'd never ask anything interesting either. It's always the same questions. It's never anything interesting.
Halftime interviews as well, aren't they?
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. They're never anything interesting. They're always asking about, like, what do you think if you might lose your job? When do you think United can next win the league? What about this player? What about this player? It's never anything tactical. It's never anything interesting. And it's the 400 interviews, because I know this, by the way, because I've done the graphics and the quotes for every fucking one on the Instagram, so I know exactly what they say. It's never anything interesting. It's never.
The presses, though, a lot of the time in the press conferences, we always say that the questions that are asked are like, "Is QC Marcus Rashford here next season?" Because they just want those stories in it, and that'd be the MEN Look Hurst who probably asked that, and then Neil Custard would ask fucking stupid.
Well, he's retired, isn't he?
Well. Like,
he's retired now. Yeah.
Thank God. Should have done it about 10 years ago.
Spend more time at home eating custard.
Yeah, that's his priority. Diego Dalot also mentioned, he says, I think we're creating a group that fights for each other. I think that's why what we're trying to create. Obviously, there's still a long way to go. I think you can see straight away some signs of the team fighting a little bit more, having more intensity, and that's the aim. And it kind of fits in, doesn't it, with the game against Bournemouth, the game against West Ham. I thought the press looked a lot more coordinated. I thought the tempo in which we was passing it and fizzing it around so much quicker, and off the ball as well. They seem a lot more aggressive, don't they?
Yeah. Can I ask you, because I didn't watch the full match. I watched extended highlights. Were Bournemouth fucking awful, or were we just that good that we made them look really bad? I don't know which one. To me, Bournemouth looked fucking terrible, by the way. They look really bad. Really bad.
Didn't look great. I thought we suffocated them quite a bit. I thought we did Bournemouth to them. That's the way I described it. I thought we really suffocated them and didn't allow them to play too much. Like, they got the odd opportunity where Batara would break through, or Semenyo and players like that. It just felt like he was lacking something. I don't know if it was Clivett missing. Obviously, they lost Howson as well, aren't they?
They've lost the other Kirkers. They've lost, and they might be losing Zabani to PSG. As well. So
it's similar, not as close, but similar situation to Brentford a little bit. Obviously, they've still got the manager.
you've kind of ripped out the sort of backline of it, aren't you? The backline of the team has been like torn out of the team, which obviously is never good for any team. But and then I think Semenyo signed a new deal, didn't he? So he's going to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Evan Nielsen looked good post last season. Obviously, he was injured a lot of the last season, but he looked good once he came back. But yeah, to me, Bournemouth looked really poor, like really, really bad. West Ham looked really bad up until we made the substitution changes, and then we fell off like quite a bit after that.
Yeah, well, that's when we only conceded against Bournemouth as well, when we made the changes towards the end. And that's when it was an own goal as well. It weren't even someone who actually scored the goal. So I don't know. It's hard, because you don't want to read too much into it with it being pre-season, because you can go into the season and Bournemouth just smash you. You're kind of like, right, okay, understand it. But if you looked at the quote from the manager after the game, the way he was talking about it, saying that, United are a dangerous team, they look really good, these kind of things. I think it's interesting if a manager's saying that.
I do think it's still an issue in the midfield with Casemiro and Bruno. 100%. I still think that's an issue. I think there's far too much ground for them to cover, especially when Bruno's off on a jolly, like going forward, covering that ground. It was a similar issue. You remember against Spurs when Casemiro and Mason Mount were in the pivot, and Mason Mount would like bomb forward, and then James Maddison was just like, oh, look at all this space I've got in here, and we just fucking waltz through. Mm-hmm. That still looks like it's there. And like you said, Otara and Semenyo were just having so much joy going through there. That could be a problem if we don't get a midfielder in. That could be a problem.
And I'm sure Amorim knows that as well. Yeah. He'll know it. On Amorim, Dallo said he's very clear on his messages that you want to be a part of the team, or you cannot be here. If you want to be in United, you need to match some standards. If you're not able to match it, it's not a place for you. The message is really clear. The message was that if you started the preseason, it's because he believes that we are a group that needs to come together. That, again, just kind of reiterates the point that it says that Sancho, Garnacho, Rashford, these guys either don't work hard enough or they're not fully committed in terms of activities off the pitch, whatever it is they're doing. That signifies that for me, straight off the bat. So we don't kind of need... Go on.
This is like the first manager... I mean, Ten Hag got it to an extent, but this is the first manager who's been allowed to go, I don't care who these stars are. Mm-hmm. They ain't good enough, or they don't work hard enough, or their attitude's not right, and I'm not going to play him. He's been the first manager allowed to do that. Like Mourinho's spoken about it so many times. Ralph Rangnick spoke about it. I'm sure Louis van Gaal had those issues. Yeah. I'm sure Ollie they definitely had those issues. He spoke about it on the overlap, saying players didn't want to play. Like he said they didn't want to play. Really? So he's the first manager where they've gone, yeah, you don't want to play Garnacho, who's a highly rated thing that we bought in through the academy. No problem. Rashford, who's a Mancunian born and bred, came through the academy, he's on 350 grand a week. Cool, no problem. He's the first manager to be allowed to do that. And that's what Fergie was allowed to do. He was allowed to go, yeah, these stars like Norman Whiteside, Paul McGrath, yeah, they're fantastic stars, but the drinking culture and the stuff like that, it's just not good enough. So he was allowed to get rid of them. That's what managers need to be allowed to do.
It's felt like a lot of managers have tried, or they've got a patch of it away, but like mold, it kind of grows more and then it gets back on top of them. And when they're saying things like, oh, well, we need to move this player on, they'll turn around like Martial, for example, and they'll go, well, no, he's on £200,000 a week. You need to play him every week.
Well, wasn't it Joel Glazer's favourite player or something? Anthony Martial.
I mean, I've seen stories about that. Yeah. I don't know what the case
that's
is,
ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous if that's true. Like, offering Phil Jones a new 4-year deal, the most injury-prone player we've ever had, and give him a 4-year contract. Yeah. Why?
Even like De Gea's new deal that they give him, Rashford's new deal that they give him, because they start so high. The benchmark then is when their contract runs out, it's like, oh, well, we have to go to 350 because you give out ridiculous contracts in the first place. Whereas now, let's say, I don't know, we signed Sesko, who's on, fuck knows, he's on, I think, on 90k a week at Leipzig. Let's say he goes 150k a week. Yeah. He has an incredible few years. When you renew his contract, it's kind of like you don't have such a massive jump where it's like 350,000. You can still improve it.
He signed Sancho for 70 odd million and he's already on 350k a week. Yeah. What incentive does he have to try and push himself and get better? Like, he's already on a top wage. Like, he can't really go bigger than that wage, really, in the Premier League. Like, the only guy who's on probably more than that is, Mohamed Salah? Like, he's on, 350, 400 or something?
Both Rashford and Sancho, both the highest paid players.
And Mohamed Salah is, for the last 7 years, has been the player consistently, goals in, goals out, like, been playing well. So he probably deserves it. Yeah. Sancho's done nothing to deserve it. And you've kind of fucked yourself with that contract now, because he's still here. You still can't get rid of him.
Well, speaking about players deserving it, Dallo spoke about Bruno Fernandes as well, staying at United. He said, I think it's a clear message that he still believes that this club can go to places that he should be. I don't think there's a better way of starting a season than your captain staying and believing that this can go on in the right direction. It's a clear message for the other teammates, for everybody, that we have to believe, we have to work really hard to put United back, Manchester back on the place that it deserves. And this is the last thing I wanted to ask. Was it still the right decision? And will we get that offer again for Bruno Fernandes? Same thing to everyone else as well. I will read out your comments in a moment.
Yeah, we probably won't get that money again because he'll be, what is he, 31 now? So he'll be 32 next summer.
Yeah.
Like, his money's only going to go down, I imagine. Unless he has an absolute ridiculous season like this season. Maybe the money goes, but I'd imagine the price goes down. I'm in two minds about it. Like, if we sold him for like 90, 100 million, we could then go out and rebuild that midfield completely, which is desperately needed.
Mm-hmm.
But then do you lose that guy who you can always rely on in that midfield? I know people have stepped up in the past, like Ahmad and stuff like that. But like, do you lose that spark who knows what it's about, who's been there when it's the worst and has pulled you out of situations? So I get it both ways, and he's been loyal. He's been here at the worst times. He's fucking worked his ass off for us every time he plays for us. So I get it, but at the same time, it could have completely rebuilt our midfield and could have solved issues for years. But yeah, I'm happy he stayed. But if he did leave, I'd be happy because the fact that we could go out and rebuild the midfield again. So yeah, it's a weird one for me anyway.
I feel like that he would leave the biggest hole if he left out of everyone in the squad. I just think
he's not easily replaceable. I think every other player you could replace pretty easily. I don't think he's replaceable. Like, I think it's a difficult thing to replace.
I'd be really interested to see how he does if they bring in a midfielder who's, let's say they want this mobile athletic midfielder, right, who can cover ground but also play ball. If they bring him in, how he does alongside Bruno, because I still don't think any of the partners are really... No. Like, him and Kobe definitely don't work. Him and Ugarte is meh. Him and Casemiro seems to be the best one out of them, but even still with that, it's not good enough for me in the middle. So, and with Mbeumo and Cunha coming in as well, like, and Mount looks relatively well. Ahmad can play there. I don't know how much time he's going to get in those attacking positions, but he looks really, really good.
We saw the best of him in the 10, didn't we? When Ugarte and Mainu played in the midfield. That's when we saw the best of him. And then that means either Cunha or Mbeumo drops out of the team.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, if one of them's dropping out, is one of them going to be angry, upset because he's the captain, so he's going to have to play most games? Mm-hmm. Does that mean Ahmad is the right wing back and he's not playing in the 10? So it's a lot of sort of question marks in that area, unless you go out and get a mobile midfielder, like you said, to play next to him. And then I think you've got all your issues pretty much, sort of, aside from the goalie, you've got your issues mostly solved at that point.
And it's not as if like we're going to play 60 odd games this season.
No,
it's
exactly.
Around 45 to 50, I would imagine. So there's not even that much time to actually get your game time in there. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting question to kind of ponder. I'll finish off on these comments because there's loads of yous in the chat, which I absolutely love. T2 saying Dallo also said the squad were impressed that Bruno stayed. There seems to be a togetherness building. James saying, I do think everybody seems a lot more comfortable covering large areas of the ground. Our boys look like athletes. It's the fucking way it should be, let's be honest.
The wing backs especially, like Dorgu looks fucking great. Got up and down. Like, I really, really think he's going to do something this season.
He looks good. Yeah, he looks good. Bournemouth, bad on the night, but it was a consequence of how well we pressured them into making mistakes and closing down spaces, constricting their ability to settle on the ball. Absolutely agree. The high press destroyed Bournemouth. In regards to what Samsung said about Bruno and Cass, isn't that up to Casemiro to be like, no, hold, I need you here, so to speak? Yeah, look, I don't know. It's something to work on the pitch. I don't think they're ever going to get it right, the balance in the midfield, genuinely. With the players that we've got, it doesn't seem to work.
You have to buy someone. Like, you have to. That's the only way to fix it. That's the only way. Like, I've been saying it for ages. Like, you've been saying it. Carl Anker, our friend, has been annoyed because we're being linked with strikers, and he's like, why are we not getting a midfielder? So yeah, we all know it, we all see it. It's just whether we get one or not.
Yeah, I appreciate there's a load more comments. We do need to head off though for things outside of the channel, so I will leave it at that. If anything breaks from now until 12, let's just say, for example, I will go back live, so turn on the notification bell, because sometimes I go live and people join halfway through like, what? I didn't even know you was live. So turn on the notification bell so you know. Any updates on the Sesko transfer as well will be on the Instagram in the bottom right corner of your screen, so please do go and check that out, X and TikTok as well. And yeah, me and Sam will see you guys in the next